Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Steven, and today I'll be talking about why I love CDs still and why I think they've been gaining momentum again in 2025. There's been an increase. You see it all over YouTube that people should be buying CDs. You need to have them. It's important. And a lot of them are saying sound quality, ownership, and it's valid. Those are valid reasons, and I'm in agreement totally. I am a physical media guy. I love holding it in my hand. But as I was going through my collection, I came up a couple of things. Like I found I had two copies of Lick It Up. And this is just a few. I have more. Van Halen 1984. Queen's Greatest Hits, volumes 1, 2, 3. And I saw a whole other slew of other ones. Multiple copies. And some of them I think I used when to fool my wife at the time. I said, oh, well, this is a remastered edition. This is the deluxe edition. And it was, they were, but it wasn't the full reason why I picked them up. And it's because, forget sound quality, forget, compared to streaming services or whatever. I think the bottom line is as we got older, the guys who started off like myself, who bought the first CDs in the 80s, are now realizing life is not the same. It's never going to be the way it was. We're into a streaming service thing where everything's at our disposal. And it is convenient. Of course, it's convenient, and I love it. Like when it's cold in Montreal here, when it's minus 40, you don't want to go outside and travel to a record store or whatever. You put on your Spotify or whatever, and you listen to the tunes. But remember, a lot of stuff is another person's playlist that you're. It's nothing from you, and that's what the CD does. It was your choice. You went to the record store. Going to the record store was an adventure. You went there for something. Usually you had something in mind. There was a new release, someone like Van Halen, Kiss, whoever it was at the time. But then you went through the bins and you found something else, a little gem. And that gem gave you like a dopamine effect. It was just a phenomenal time. It was a high. But more than that, it was a defining moment of what your tastes are, who you are as a person. What do you like? What are your dislikes? Do you like jazz? Do you like blues? And all of them are valid, but it was a definition of yourself, who you are. And people who collect them and put them on their stands and have them in certain orders is a way of, I think, especially as we got older, as we realized we have less and less control of the world. This is our little bit of control, and it provides us peace of mind that we can set up our CD collections and our movie collection in alphabetical order by genre, order by date, order by director, by producer, by actor. You can put them together the way you want. There is no right or wrong answer. And I think it just gives us comfort and joy that we have some sort of control, but yet it also is a definition of who we are as an individual. These are our tastes, these are our likes, this is who we are. Better for worse, whether you like the music we do or don't. And I think it's past the point when you're my age. I won't say how old I am, I'm older than 21, and you see that the road ahead is less than the road behind. You want some sort of peace. You want some sort of feeling of control, and you want to be reminded of sometimes of the happier days. When I bought Kiss, my biggest concern is, do I have matching socks? I don't have to worry about a mortgage. I don't have to worry about a car payment. Am I wearing clean underwear and I have matching socks? Were my biggest concerns at 13 years old. That was my biggest concern. And maybe can I get with this girl that I liked at school? But that's a whole other story. But it gave us a sense. Gives us a sense of individuality in a world that everything seems to be lumped into one category, and you're either on board or you're not. And I think guys who still collect are not fully on board with everything. We have a sense of identity, and these things give us that reminder of who we are, who we wanted to be, or what we have liked to be. So just putting it out there. You let me know what you think. Am I off base? Am I off kilter? Let me know. I just think it's a lot more to do. Sometimes it's not just about the sound, it's about the feeling from within and that sense of who you are. But that's me. You let me know what you think. Share your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you. This is Steven with why I think you should buy CDs and why they're up on the rise the last couple of years. And I'll be seeing you soon, guys.